tuning in to Channel 10. It's happening in Grand Prairie on April the 11th. It just has a splendid program lined up for you. We're going to bring you everything from pancakes to the National Library Week information and even something about realtors. Chuck, what do you have that's first on the list this evening, young man?
Well, Ruthie, first of all, we want to invite our viewers to help support the Grand Prairie Community Hospital that is now known as the Dallas-Fort Worth Medical Center Grand Prairie, and they can have a good time and lots of good eats while they're doing it. The Nottingham neighbors have a Las Vegas night planned for this Saturday night, April the 16th, and here's how you can join in the fun. Beginning at about 8 p.m., just show up at the Knights of Columbus Hall, and members of the Nottingham neighbors will show you how to take part in all the excitement. Ruthie?
Yes, sir. About the most important announcement that we have this evening, the Grand Prairie School Board will be meeting on April the 14th at 8 o'clock at the Ad Building. If you have any questions about this meeting that is open to the public, call 264-6141. Also, we have a very special request from Cindy Tamplin of the Turnpike Church of Christ Christian School. On April the 19th, which is next Tuesday, at 6:30 p.m., they're going to have a crafts fair and a dinner and a style show by Nancy Light and by Stephanie's from Arlington, and it's going to be a splendid affair. If you have any other information that you'd like to get on this, call 264-8974. Now, it's going to cost you a little bit to get into this fair, $2, and bring a covered dish. But it's going to benefit the Turnpike Christian School, and we hope that all of you will turn out at Northwest 7th Street, April the 19th at 6:30 p.m. for the crafts and 7 o'clock for the dinner and for the style show. Chuck, could I introduce our two important guests here this evening?
Please do.
Wonderful. We have some very good friends of Grand Prairie. We would have had the president of the Friends of the Library, but she had to work late this evening. So, Rochelle, wherever you are, Kathy and I are missing you. But we're delighted to have our head librarian, Kathy Dimmitt, and a brand new children's librarian, Kathy Joyner, with us. And Kathy Dimmitt, we'd like to call on you first to tell us really what's coming up very soon about the library and the Friends.
Okay, thank you, Ruthie. We're pleased to be here to represent the library and also to represent the Friends of the Library. The Friends are having a book sale next week during National Library Week, and there are several events that the library itself are having, so Kathy and I are both going to talk to you about that today. The Friends of the Library's book sale, semi-annual book sale, will be held on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week. That's the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, and they will have books, records, magazines, and even some slides, I think, for sale there at the library, very cheap. They also will be having, the Friends will be having a reception at the library on Thursday from 3 to 6, April 21st, and we welcome everyone to come by and have some cookies and punch and browse at the book sale.
And Kathy, we know that you're going to pass the mic right on to our new children's librarian, Kathy Joyner, and I think Chuck has some questions to ask of her also.
Okay.
Well, the first thing I want to ask, Ruthie, of Kathy Joyner, our children's librarian, how do I get me one of those certificates that you have there in your lap? Let me take one of these and I'll just try and show them up.
That is our summer reading program. It's called the Reading Rodeo. And if any children of Grand Prairie are interested in participating, that will begin with registration June 6th through June 10th. And any child that wants to come in and register, we're going to have programs. And if they read at least 10 books, they will get that certificate at the end of the summer, along with participating in programs that will be story hours and fun and games.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Now, I know that there's more than just the reading rodeo going on for children at the Grand Prairie Library.
Okay.
Kathy, take just a minute, if you would, and tell some of our 75,000 viewers out there some of the good things that are at the Grand Prairie Memorial Library for kids to do.
Okay, well, I do want to mention National Library Week because the children are going to play a big part in the kickoff on Monday. what is that, April 18th, we're going to have balloon kickoff day, balloon launch, I should say, and each of the children that come to the library and participate in programs that day will be given a helium-filled balloon, and we're going to take them outside and launch them. So if anybody sees a balloon flying over their house, it's come from the Grand Prairie Library. And on Tuesday afternoon of that same week, that will be on April 19th, I'm having a magic show for the children. Kent Kingery is our amateur magician from Denton. He's going to come. It will be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's for all children in school. I'm sure even the younger ones will enjoy it, but that will be at 4 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. We also have other varied programs besides what we do during National Library Week, which includes story hours. And of course, in the summer, there will be a lot more for the children when they're out of school.
Very good. We need to pass along a phone number. We've got everybody's attention now. If we have young viewers that would like to take part in the library program, Kathy Demmett, how about running that telephone number by us?
Okay, our telephone at the library is 264-1571, and the library, of course, is located at 901 Conover, which is just next door to the police station and the post office. And we welcome children and adults of all ages to come see us during National Library Week and every week at the library.
And Kathy Joyner, I have a question to ask of you. I read in a short resume from the paper that you came to us via the State Library in Tennessee. How are you enjoying Texas?
I'm enjoying it very much. I am very happy to be here, and I'm very happy to be a children's librarian again. I miss the children.
Wonderful. We're glad that the state of Tennessee decided to let you go and come to Texas, and it's a pleasure to welcome both of you all.
Thank you.
We wish you Godspeed, of course, with the Friends of the Library, the book sale, National Library Week celebration, and all of the good things that come to us from our Grand Prairie Memorial Library, and we thank you for being on our show. And we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Wayne Hanks, candidate for Place 5 on your City Council. The runoff election will be held on this Saturday, April the 16th. I urge each and every one of you to get out and vote. If you're going to be out of town this weekend, I urge you to vote absentee at the City Hall, and it will be voting through April the 12th, Tuesday at 5 p.m. is when it ends. If you need any further information regarding the election, please call 263-5221. Do not let anyone else make your selection for City Council. Be sure and get out and vote on Saturday, April the 16th. Thank you.
Thanks for staying with us as we bring you two more very special guests on It's Happening in Grand Prairie. Now, there are many groups in Grand Prairie that contribute to our community, and these two guests that we have this evening are no exception. The Grand Prairie Chamber of Commerce has a representative, and the Board of Realtors and the other Realtors group. Madeline Waddell, will you tell us what you do with the Realtors?
First of all, I'm the secretary for the Grand Prairie Board of Realtors and also public relations for the Grand Prairie Board of Realtors. The reason for me being here today is that I would like to inform you of some special events of Private Property Week. Private Property Week is an annual nationwide observance of Americans' rights to own real property. Some 600,000 realtors across the nation are inviting their fellow citizens to invite their fellow citizens to join them in activities throughout Private Property Week, which is April 10th through the 16th, 1983. The theme for this year is attributed by President Abraham Lincoln, "The strength of a nation lies in the homes of its people." Our first event for Private Property Week was a poster contest for the 8th graders. And Chuck, could you give a name for our poster contest winners?
You bet. We have the clipping here from the Grand Prairie Daily News that tells about the contest winners. And the poster contest winners, actually Jackson Middle School had one, and that was Kawika Mahalona. Congratulations to Kahawika. And then at Truman Middle School, Ernest Patton. And congratulations to them. And of course, sincere thanks to the Board of Realtors for the Private Property Week poster contest. What a neat idea.
It really was.
Well, we do appreciate that, and also we did have an essay contest for the 12th graders, and I believe Chuck has got the winner's name on this also.
Well, I made a promise just before the broadcast. We're going to let Ruthie tell about this winner of the essay contest. Ruthie?
This is a very special friend to Grand Prairie, Chuck, a very good friend of Chuck's also. Little Carl Martin, and really he isn't little anymore, is very special in that he is the winner of this special essay contest. He is also a top-notch dog in the FBLA and is going on to state in so many of the awards that he has received regionally. We're very, very proud of this young man, and for him to come up as the winner of the essay contest is another feather in his cap. Thank you for doing that for the students of the 12th grade, Madeline and the Realtors.
You are welcome. And another event I'd like to inform you about, we're having booths set up at the area banks, Grand Prairie State Bank, First City Bank, First State Bank, and also Republic Bank from 3 to 6 p.m.
Madeline,
April
we've
the
just
15th.
recently gone through Historical Week observance here in Grand Prairie, and I believe your Private Property Week really entails something about a house built in 1908. What are you looking for?
Well, first of all, this is the 75th anniversary of the National Association of Realtors, and this is the reason for us looking for a house that was built in Grand Prairie between January 1st, 1908 and December 31st, 1908. And if there's anyone throughout the city of Grand Prairie that knows of a house that was built during that time, please call the Grand Prairie Board of Realtors Public Relations Chairman and inform her of this, because it is a national competition to where you can get recognition of your house being built during 1908.
Madeline, let me ask you a question. I know we always try and offer our guests a time to pass along an all-important phone number regarding their activities. Do you happen to have that phone number for the Board of Realtors?
Yes, it's 262-7747.
Very good, and we hope that all our viewers out there will take just a little while to celebrate Private Property Week and join in all the fun.
Chuck, you get to introduce our next guest. Isn't that exciting?
It is indeed. It's not very often that we do have a president of one of Grand Prairie's fine banks. And if you've ever promoted public activities here in Grand Prairie, you know that our banks and, of course, their leadership are very instrumental in many of the fine things that happen here in Grand Prairie. As our guest, President and Chief Executive Officer of First City Bank in Grand Prairie, Mr. Tommy Ellison, and you're also here with your Chamber of Commerce Membership Committee Chairman hat on, right?
That's correct, Chuck. Thank you very much.
Tommy, thanks for being with us. And what's coming up and what's happening in membership with the Chamber of Commerce?
Well, the important thing about we want to talk about here today is the Membership Service Committee, of which I am the chairman this year, is having a membership luncheon, which will be held Wednesday, the 20th at 12 noon at the Sheraton Safari. There will be a general invitation to the membership to attend that. And we're going to particularly encourage our members to bring a guest this particular time. And if you just happen to be not a member at the present time of the Chamber and you wish to attend a meeting, we encourage you to come to that. This week's speaker, or this month's speaker, will be Ted Willis, who is the city manager for the city of Grand Prairie. Ted will be talking about development programs that are underway in the city and some of the plans and proposals that have been presented either to planning and zoning or to the city council in recent months, and things are anticipated to occur in the near future.
Very good. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Ellison. If I'm not a member of the Chamber of Commerce, can I still come to the luncheon? And what about this telephone number, 264-1558?
That's the good number at the Chamber of Commerce.
It says here, the person to contact is Linda, and the phone number is 264-1558.
Yeah,
what about non-chamber members?
Okay, certainly if you're a non-chamber member, we want you to feel free to come anyway. We have an opportunity there to solicit you for membership. And I might mention that the Chamber of Commerce has, at the present time, Chuck, about a little less than 700, not quite 700 industrial-type members or commercial-type members. We have approximately 750 individual members. A lot of people are not aware. Ruthie, you're past president of the Chamber. And a lot of people are not aware that, that the majority of the membership in the Chamber of Commerce are individuals, not business concerns, and that you can have an individual membership for $45 a year, which is less than $4 a month, and it's probably an excellent bargain at that price.
It's invested in Grand Prairie, isn't it? Very good. Well, Mr. Ellison, good luck to you, and we'll see you there. That's Wednesday, April the 20th at the Sheraton Safari, just around lunchtime.
Thank you, Chair.
Sounds
Ruthie, what's
great.
next?
Chuck, we have a very special happy birthday, and you and I are going to have to get together and do our salute.
Okay.
Did you know that Dennis Brown, our own Dennis Brown that's helped co-host this, had a happy birthday yesterday, and he was 37. Dennis Brown, if you'll watch very carefully, you'll see Chuck and I as we give you the very special one salute. Happy birthday, Dennis.
He's older than I thought he was, Ruth.
Yes, he really is. He really is.
Very good.
We have some more guests, Chuck. Do you think we ought to be right back and bring on our new guests?
Let's do. Don't go away. Here we go.
And now to bring you two more special guests on It's Happening, we're just delighted to have the president of the Optimist and his chairman for a very special event that's coming up in Grand Prairie, Mr. Hank Ramspot. He's president of the Optimist, and he also operates a business here in Grand Prairie. Hank, welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie.
Thank you, Ruthie. It's a pleasure to be here and give us the opportunity to plug our now annual Optimist Pancake, Sausage, and Pancake breakfast that we plan for April the 16th this year. We plan to hold it at the community center, and the time will be 7 a.m. to something like 2:30 p.m. And the tickets, we've been selling those for approximately 6 weeks now, Ruthie, and they go for $2 each. And in buying a ticket, you also get the opportunity to win various gifts. And Ray, if you would, you want to give us a rundown on some of the gifts?
And would you hand him the microphone so he can certainly get his message across, Hank? Thank you. Mr. Ray Whitley, we're delighted to welcome you, and you certainly have been doing a splendid job as the chairman. I've noticed in the paper that you had quite a few contributors to this wonderful event.
Well, thank you, Ruthie. I don't get credit for this, unfortunately. We have members of the Optimist Club that chair each of the groups, and David Glazner is chairman of the Gifts Committee.
Wonderful.
He deserves a lot of credit for that. Some of the gifts that we've had are very nice gifts. We've had a microwave oven, which was donated by Waltz Appliance here in Grand Prairie. We have a man's watch donated by Menard's Jewelers. We have bicycle equipment from local Debo's Bicycle Shop. We have a microwave, a Miro electric broiler from Grand Prairie Hardware. Ron Axe donated that. We have 14-karat gold earrings and opal earrings. The list just goes on and on. We have now, I believe, in excess of 35 different businesses in Grand Prairie have donated merchandise to the Pancake Day.
Well, Ray, I'd like to ask you, how many of your optimists will you have out working on this particular day on this event? And what time do y'all have to get up to have these things ready by 7 o'clock a.m.?
Okay, Ruthie, the crew that is in charge of the cooking and setting up the tables will be at the community center at 6 o'clock a.m. on Saturday morning to set up the tables and prepare the pancakes to be cooked.
Wonderful.
And each member of the Optimist Club is taking an active part in this, which is one thing so outstanding about it. We don't have anyone that has said, no, I can't get involved, I'm busy. Each one of the members has been real active in it.
Wonderful. Hank, I'd like to ask you a question, too.
Yes, Ruth.
I'd like to ask you about your term as the president of the Optimist. Is this your first year in that administration?
Yes, I've been a member of Optimist International, I guess, approximately 2 years.
I see.
And let's see, I've been president since October of '82, and my term runs until October of '83.
Wonderful. About how many members do you have, and is this the noon optimist or the evening optimist?
We
didn't
are,
clarify that.
Ruthie, we are the noon optimist. Now, they also have a fine group, the Optimist Evening,
Yes.
who meet. Most of the people work out of the area, and they're able to get together in the evening.
I see.
On occasion, we will join with them for some type of a beneficial program that, would actually, benefit the youth, and we'd be able to do it collectively.
Good.
And we have approximately 35 to 38 members now, and we're expecting probably 4 to 5 new members this week, Ruthie.
Wonderful. Where do you meet?
We meet at Bonanza on West Main, and we meet at noon every Tuesday.
And do you have to be a man in business to belong to the Optimist, or just someone that's interested in the community?
Anyone that has any kind of an interest in the community, I guess our main theme is, friend of youth. And we're just trying to make Grand Prairie a little nicer place for the youth to grow up in, and hopefully they will return once they're out of school.
Could you name one or two of those youth projects?
Yes. Well, this coming week of the 23rd, we have a bicycle safety week that we plan to hold at an area school, and we plan to have 3 or 4 policemen there to assist us. We plan to inspect bicycles for various children, show them, some of the safe methods of operating.
Oh, that is wonderful. Do you salute any of the youth? Do you have young men that are recognized?
On occasion, once a year, we have an oratorical contest that is usually held in Dallas.
I see.
And we attempt to sponsor one and, take him all the way through as far as he'll go.
Well, Ray, I'd like for you to take the microphone now, if you would, and just look right out into our camera and give everyone an opportunity to hear how important it is for everyone to come to this pancake breakfast and help you all to raise funds to continue your work for the Noon Optimist. Would you do that for us?
Yes, Ruth, I appreciate the opportunity. First, I would like to, a moment ago we were talking about some people that had helped us in getting this Pancake Day off to a good start. The pancake mix was donated to us by Pillsbury, and the syrup was donated to us by General Foods, and we certainly appreciate these people. United Coffee donated the coffee and the cups.
And they're local too, aren't they?
Yes, and these are all local companies.
Wonderful.
Bonanza donated the butter that we'll be using, of course, for the pancakes.
Yes.
The business community in Grand Prairie has just been real supportive of us, and if you would like to purchase some of these tickets, a business may want to purchase them to give to their employees so that they might have some place to go eat that day and not have to cook at home. You can contact Hank Ranspot at 263-0606, or Bill Stewart, which is the ticket salesman, and his number is 642-1226.
I think that's just wonderful. We're just delighted to have y'all both on the show. And before we leave, Hank, do you have a parting word that you'd like to invite everyone out to help with
Yes,
the project?
Ruth, we'd definitely like to invite everyone out and give you the chance to participate. And as Ruthie mentioned a while ago on our membership, we have a wide range of individuals, from cement workers to attorneys, detectives, car dealers, bankers. We have various, I'd say 3 or 4 bankers in the group. And anyone, regardless of what profession you are, if you've got any kind of an interest in the community, please feel free to contact us. We'd love to interview you and possibly have you as a member.
Wonderful. Remember to call 263-0606. Don't forget the pancake. It's not a supper, it's a breakfast all day long. You'd call it almost all-day pancakes and dinner on the ground. April the 16th, 7 a.m. until about 2:30 p.m. at the Grand Prairie Community Center. And we thank you all so very much for coming to be with us on It's Happening in Grand Prairie.
Thank you, Ruthie, and we guarantee the food to be good.
Wonderful. And we'll be right back. In spite of the fact that Chuck Edwards has another appointment at the police department, and of course it is with either Crime Stoppers or the Neighborhood Watch, we're going to miss him, but we have a new co-host this evening, and we're going to introduce you to him in just a few moments, but we're delighted to bring you Kimberly Sue Renault. She is the Girl of the Month for March, and she is from South Grand Prairie High School. Now, before I ask her to say anything, I'd like to tell you that you met her sister, Kathy Renault, last year, and we'd like to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Merlin Renault for bringing 2 such beautiful girls to South Grand Prairie High and letting us enjoy them as Girls of the Month. It is wonderful, and so we're delighted. At this time, Kimberly Sue, we're so pleased to welcome you to It's Happening in Grand Prairie.
Thank you.
All right, and we'd like for you to tell our viewing audience, and look right into the camera that'll have the light on, tell them a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your family, and then we may ask you some other questions also, okay?
Okay. Well, I'm a senior at South Grand Prairie, and I'm in the band, and I play the clarinet, and
I'm in the Agape Club, that's our Christian club at school, and I'm in Future Business Leaders of America, and I go to Matthew Road Baptist Church, and I'm in the choir there and help in the nursery, and, well, I have one brother and one sister.
Wonderful.
And I'm at a Computer Explorer post out at Vaught, and I've been out there for 4 years, and I plan to attend Texas A&M.
That just sounds wonderful. Now, you didn't tell us that you're a member of the National Honor Society, and tell us about this being a typing finalist. Tell us how far you got and a little bit about that honor.
Well, last year I was on the UIL typing team, and I got first place in district and first place in regionals, and I went to state, and I got 5th place in state. And this year I'm on the UIL shorthand team, and I've got 2nd place in district, and this Saturday we're going on to regionals.
Wonderful, and we're going to wish you good luck and Godspeed with all of that. Another thing, tell us a little bit about this Computer Explorer unit that you have at LTV. What do you do there?
Well, we just learned to program in different languages on their computers.
I see. Do you go out there on Saturdays or during the week? Or
No, every Monday nights.
Every Monday night.
Except for tonight.
Except for tonight. You're missing it tonight. Well, that's what we wanted them to know, that it is a very involved program. And do you feel like that this is going to be very helpful with you when you go to Texas A&M?
Yeah, I think so, because I've been down there, and it looks like they have a lot of computers down there. It looks like it could be helpful.
Well, Kimberly, we'd like for you to pass the microphone on to our brand new co-host, who is Ray Whitley, who has been running camera for us this evening. He was on our show for The Optimist, and we're just delighted, Ray, that you're going to co-host the show with us now that Chuck is gone. And I believe you have something to tell us about the Girls of the Month from the middle schools.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Ruthie. We have several, in fact 5 of the school members that have been selected for Girl of the Month, and I'll start in order that they appear on this paper.
Wonderful.
We have Shauna Cortez is from Jackson Middle School. We have Sandra Trevino is from Jefferson Middle School. We have Jennifer, and Ruthie, I'm going to spell this last name and let the audience try their hand themselves.
Good.
Jennifer's last name is Affleje, and she's from Adams Middle School. And we have Amy Owens from Robert E. Lee Middle School. We have Tammy Fanley, I believe, I hope I don't offend her on that, is from Truman Middle School out south. And these are all lovely ladies, and I'm sure that they each deserve the awards that they received for this.
And thank you so very much for bringing us those special Girls of the Month from the middle schools. This is a program that is sponsored by the Federation of Women's Club. Mrs. Penny Penwell is the president of the Federation, and next month we'll be bringing you the Girls of the Month, and finally the Girls of the Year. This is very important, and Kimberly, we're so pleased that you could be with us this evening. We would also like Kimberly at this time to read our congratulations to the South Grand Prairie High School Cheyenne officers, and for the cheerleaders, would you like to say their names and tell us who they are? Our viewing audience would like to know that.
Okay, next year's 83-84 Cheyenne officers are Captain Kelly Spivey, Co-Captain Renda Long, Tracy Thomas, Senior Lieutenant, Lisa Fernandez, Junior Lieutenant, Pat Escobar, Junior Lieutenant. And the cheerleaders for next year at South Grand Prairie are Amy Allen, Colleen Bryles, Jerry Hill, Anita Mosley, Melanie Nelson, Gina Noble, Robin Norton, and Amy Wren.
Wonderful. Now, just cold turkey, don't you think we have wonderful 2 co-hosts to help us end up It's Happening in Grand Prairie. Remember that the class of 1963 is going to have their 20-year reunion, and they're going to have this July the 23rd. They're looking for about 60 missing classmates. So if you have any information, would you please call Sandra Nowell Vines. She can be reached at 641-4887. And we thank Rick Cogburn for getting us this information. Remember, the class of 1963 for their 20-year reunion. If you're one of those missing classmates, please let them hear from you. And this is Ruthie Jackson with the Chamber of Commerce, and this is Ray Whitley with the Optimist Club and with several other entities in Grand Prairie. and we're so happy that you joined us on It's Happening in Grand Prairie.